This is Dan, and you are watching Trader Chat on Fins TV.
How have you guided your students through this historic down market and then this bounce this year that have been just unbelievable?
Yeah, well, the thing with nonlinear trading is that, the direction doesn't matter. You need to forget about this whole mindset that you'll learn when you're 18 years old in high school or taking beginning economics 101 courses in college, where, you get pounded into your head this idea of linear trading. The direction doesn't matter. You don't have to be long the market.
You
You
don't
can
have
be
to be a
short.
bull or you don't have to be a bear. You just have to be involved one way or another.
Right. So, first of all, if students are new to options, I try and break them of that mindset, because that's a poison mindset, and then sort of the next iteration of that I try and teach my students is to be a contingency trader.
What does that mean?
Well, because the market's always changing and because you don't necessarily have to be long or short for that matter, you can trade volatility and time and all that. You observe. The first step in the trading path is to observe what the market's doing and then look for opportunities and then trade them. This seems kind of so simple, but so many people don't do that. They try and get the market to do what they want it to do, and obviously that's a fool's errand. You don't have to go out and look for stocks that are going up. You just look and see what's out there and then figure out the best way to trade it. And then your universe of trading is humongous. It's exponentially bigger than it was when you get out of this linear trading mindset.
Talk about your book. Why did you write this book, and what do you think people will get the most from it? Trying to really teach them and make them understand about options.
Sure. When I was first talking to Bloomberg, they asked what I wanted to write about, and I kind of thought about it. I really wanted to write a book that I thought would make an impact on individual traders and the trading community. And I looked around to see what was out there, and I found that nobody wrote a book on Greeks. Sure, there's a couple of books out there where there's, maybe a chapter or a couple paragraphs on the Greeks, but nobody wrote a book on option Greeks. And I was just dumbfounded. I couldn't believe it. That is the most important thing that every option trader needs to understand.
So for those who don't know what option Greeks are, what are they?
Sure. Option Greeks are a system of metrics that help you measure the incremental risk of an option position. Delta, for example, helps you measure your directional risk. Theta helps you measure your risk associated with time passing. Vega helps you understand your risk associated with changes in volatility. You have to know all these things. You have these exposures with all option positions, and if you don't understand what your potential profit is or your potential losses are, and the magnitude of these impacts potentially, you're just kind of flying blind and winging it, and you're not going to last long in the market. So, I set out to write a book to really help traders understand their risks of potential reward and potential losses. And when you understand these things, you can become a better trader.
Yeah, otherwise you're just driving a car without knowing what the specs are and how fast it's going to go, and you're going to run into something and it's going to flip over it. You wouldn't even know what happened.
Yeah. Right.
Something like that, right?
Yeah.
Are you on Twitter? Can people follow you on Twitter?
Yeah, I am. My Twitter name is it's twitter.com/Dan_Passarelli, and that's the tricky one there. It's Passarelli.
It's all right. We'll put it on the bottom so people won't miss it.
Oh, great. Yeah, and I give a daily option tip, which is sort of an educational tip every day to just kind of help you learn something new time to time, and it's just something a little free thing that I like to do.
Awesome.
A couple days after I did my interview with Dan, and I actually already released part 1 of our interview. Before I could release part 2 and part 3, Dan called me in time to tell me about the amazing webinar series he's having in the month of October. And if you're interested, the topics he'll be going over are mastering the Greeks, leverage and protection with Delta, exploiting theta, and using Vega to trade. Now I'll be on the webinar too, learning from Dan, and we hope to see you guys there at markettape.com.
We can get you on and do some live music for us.
Yeah, that would be great. Maybe I can do your theme song.
Hey, we don't have one. Can you make one up for us? We'd love
Sure.
to have you make one up for us. What do you think?
Yeah.